Hey guys, it's Kristen. It's Sunday and you're watching Our Pagan Opinions, and I'm your host in my very messy room. Just ignore it. It's getting clean tomorrow. I just haven't had a really great day off to actually do something with it, and I have two now, so let's do it. It's week 2 on Our Pagan Opinions, and we've had the worst technical difficulties ever. Justin's internet didn't work, or I don't know on that one. Couldn't get a hold of Sammy. Her internet wasn't working. YouTube wasn't letting her upload. Charlie's video went from saying it was going to upload in like 3 hours to uploading in like a week, or I don't know. I don't even know. It was just forever. And so we've had a bit of technical difficulties, and we're all kind of pushing our days back so that other people could catch up. But I'm just going to upload mine today, the same day I believe as Wicked Gem uploaded his, and we'll all just get back on track hopefully next week. So thanks so much for sticking in. I know it's only week 2, but you know, we get thrown challenges. That's kind of life, and we got to kind of move on with it. Oh, what's a belt? That's what it is. Belt. Sorry, I was trying to figure out what the hell that was. Anyways, week 2 on Our Pagan Opinions is all about coming out of the broom closet. I have a video on this on Living Pagan, and when I told you guys my intro, I kind of told you a lot of it, my background and stuff with it. I was raised with very Catholic step grandparents, I should say, not step parents. Very super hardcore Bible thumping step grandparents. Like, my grandparents are very into it, and I shouldn't say step grandparents. They are my grandparents. They're just another pair. But I was raised with them, very close to my life. We're all very close to each other. And we went to church, we prayed all the time, and when we moved out of their house and I got into middle school, I met friends that all kind of dabbled in witchcraft and were talking me into it, and I was like, yeah, sure, let's totally do this, because it had always been something that called to me. I always felt like I was put on this earth to be someone like that. Like, to be a witch is what I mean. Not someone like that, but because that's like Fluffy Bunny stage. If you watch Bell Wicket, you know what I'm talking about. I just felt like I wasn't born for any regular religion, like an Abrahamic religion. And so when I turned 16 and I was in high school, at that point I think I was a junior in high school, because I was a year younger than everybody else. I came out and told my parents. We were just talking one day after coming from my grandparents' house, and I was like, you know what? We were talking about religion, and I was like, what would you do? And they were like, I don't care. We didn't raise you with any specific religion for the idea that you could figure out your own path. And I was like, what? And they're like, just please, please, please wait until you're 19 or 18 or something like that to go to open practice. And I was like, done. Like, no public practice for me. I can handle that. Because they didn't want to deal with my grandparents finding out. And when I turned 18, I slowly kind of started to tell people, like, a little bit here, a little bit there. Josh knows I'm pagan. Josh has known I'm pagan since I fully decided it. Yeah. And then I got my blog in November, I don't even know, of 2010, and really started blogging on it in 2011. And I got very into this series that I wanted to do and just ended up not doing. It's called Controversial Subjects, was what I did it, and one of the first weeks was religion. I think it was the first week, and I was like, if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna go big and go home, because my thought process with this was, and I'm not gonna lie, I did it this way for attention from my family, because I was tired of them putting my religion on the back burner to their Catholic beliefs. And so I was like, I'm gonna throw this in your face. My grandmother reads my blog. She knows my blog. She's very adamant. She always talks to me about how much she loves the blog and things like that. And so I was like, I'm just gonna throw this in her face. So what I did was I made a video, and it was religion, and in it I came out of the broom closet and told everyone that I was pagan. And it created a shitstorm. Not necessarily with everybody else. Everybody was so loving and caring about it. People I had already met through all kinds of things were already like, good job, go girl, and like very, very supportive. My friends were like, well, duh. We all kind of figured that out in high school before you did. And I was like, green. But I was over the age of 18 when I did it. So I was actually almost 19. So I was well within my parents' rules, but my grandmother actually read the blog, read the and then I had like a list of things I don't believe in and things like that, and things I do believe in, just to kind of clarify any devil worshipping comments that I was going to get. And my grandma called my mom the next day and was like, I'm not having her in my house, and just kind of went ape. And I was like, seriously? Because I don't believe what you believe in? And I didn't go to her house. I didn't speak to her or anything for probably 2 weeks or 3 weeks, maybe even a month. I don't know. But she just would not talk to me and wouldn't talk to my mom about me or anything like that. And so it kind of sucked. And I'm pretty sure the only reason I'm back in the house currently is because my grandfather and I are pretty close, and he didn't want us to all fall apart because of me coming out and telling people what I believe in. And so I'm pretty sure that's what it is. They don't really talk about church. Actually, that's not true. They don't invite me to church, but they talk about church all the time around me because of this. Makes me giggle. But anyways, that's how I came out. I gotta talk to you guys about actually coming out. I watched Charlie's videos today, and I'm not gonna lie, I've watched Charlie as part of Wicked Gems, and haven't actually had, or part of Midnight Wicked 18's Luke, and haven't actually had the chance to watch anybody else's, just because this is my day off and I've been out of my house all day. So I haven't had the chance to watch everybody else's, but I did watch Charlie's, and she said something about hating the term coming out of the broom closet, and I totally agree now, like now almost a year into fully being out and like ready to go, and willing to answer questions and things. I fully agree with her that coming out of the broom closet isn't necessarily the best term. However, I do think that there needs to be some kind of a term for people first beginning, because otherwise they have nothing to latch onto other than they're hiding themselves, and they're hiding how they feel and what they believe and all of that kind of thing from the people that they love. And it's literally like hiding half of yourself and only showing this little like facade, or how do you say that, facade of stuff. I know you guys are seeing my dirty laundry pile. Awkward. Anyways, I don't really agree with the term anymore, but at the time I did think that it was a pretty good term for what I wanted. I have to, we're talking about, I guess, our opinions on it as well. I have to urge you guys to, before you come out of the broom closet, or before you tell your family that you're pagan, however you want to term, whatever term you want to use with it, just understand the repercussions that your actions are about to make. I didn't think my grandparents were going to stop talking to me, because I thought love conquered everything, and I thought family meant everything, and apparently it didn't at that time. And for a month I was fighting with myself. Why would I do this? Why did I actually like go through with this and go so balls to the wall? The reason I actually did it was because if you're going to do something, you might as well do it all the way. I'm not a half-asser. I don't do things half-assed, and the fact that I had a blog just made it so much easier to just kind of say it without actually telling them to their faces. I think I was really worried about rejection, face-to-face rejection, so I just kind of did it backwards. But I definitely urge you guys to go, think about it, meditate on it, whatever. The complete, total actions, the repercussions of your actions, and whether or not you're willing to take the risk of losing people that you love, because the possibility of them not believing in you and not respecting your beliefs is huge. We are not, we're very mainstream now. I would, mainstream, not mainstream. We're not the majority anymore. We were at one point in time in the world, pagans were the majority, and now we're not. And Christianity and Catholicism and every kind of Abrahamic belief out there are willing to say that we're devil worshippers and we're Satanists, because they don't believe what we do, and because we believe what we believed when we came into this world as a species and as a race. And unfortunately, they don't believe that anymore, and they just believe in being dogmatic and disrespectful to other people's beliefs for the most part. Not everybody. I've met really great Christians who don't really care what you believe in, so long as you believe in something and have something to look into. But I definitely suggest that you guys think about everything that you're about to do. If you're planning on coming out of the broom closet or telling your parents anything, or your family. My family was amazing, my friends were amazing, but not everybody gets that opportunity. And I just hope everybody takes the time to really think about it and really kind of realize the repercussions of what you're going to do. So on that note, I have one more thing to show you guys, and it's a book, actually. It's called Out of the Broom Closet, and I thought it kind of fit. It is by Aaron Murphy Hiscock is actually who it's edited by, but it is a collection of stories of pagans who came out of the broom closet and who just really realized that they were witches and things of that nature. And so this is a really great book. You can get it at Powell's for really inexpensive, but it's 50 true stories, 50. And I love this book. I recommend it to everybody who's talking about coming out of the broom closet. You need to read this book. There's actually one, it's called Empowered by My Faith, and her son was shot. He was actually shot. He was in the hospital, and she was, if I remember right, oh my gosh, she was just like, they were totally thinking that he was going to die. Like, if I'm not mistaken, he was going to die. And she was like, please don't take my son. Goddess, please don't take my son. Please don't take my son. And the next day, he was getting better, miraculously healing, and just, it's an amazing story. So anyways, read this book if you're planning on coming out of the broom closet. That's my interpretation. I will see you guys next Sunday, and I really hope this week we don't have technical difficulties. So thank you so much for watching. Have a great week now that it's Sunday, and yeah, blessed be.